Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Moncton High School Awards Banquet. It is 9 o'clock in the morning in mid-May. It's been 2 months since we've been in the building, since we've seen each other. Things are a little different this year, to say the least. In a first world country like ours, it's hard to complain about the little things. But the way this year has gone, things are seemingly unfair. Unfair for people who are planning their wedding that has to be postponed, people who are having their first child. But it seems that it's quite difficult right now for students, and particularly for the graduates. That hasn't gone unnoticed. Your community feels this, your teachers feel this. We are pleased, such as it is, to be here and to be able to offer you this awards banquet. This means a lot to parents, to teachers. It's a celebration. One of several celebrations end of year that we have, and it's nice to be able to offer this to recognize those who have made good choices, who have made contributions to their school, those who have participated in activities and clubs and sports teams throughout their 4 years, but particularly in 2020. So my name is Andrew McPherson. My partner in crime today is Mr. Chris Evans. We've been doing this for the better part of 15 years, and we're very thrilled when we got the call to come in on this morning and do our best to present to you the awards banquet. So, with your year in review, here's Mr. Evans.
Thank you, Mr. McPherson. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Moncton High, whenever you choose to watch this. It feels nice to be able to get dressed up today, but it feels better to be able to be here to celebrate your successes. Firstly, I would like to take this moment to thank the coaches, the volunteers, and you, the students, who have participated in all our sports teams and our committees this year. Without you, it would not be possible. And you showed great class this year and made Moncton High very proud. With the year in review, prior to COVID-19 closing the schools, Moncton High was on course for one of the most successful years that we have seen in recent memory. Our senior football team were provincial semifinalists. The golf team finished 4th in the province. The senior girls basketball team played in the provincial finals at Harbour Station. Our cheerleading team finished 2nd overall at provincials. The boys baseball team played in the provincial finals. We were treated to an incredible musical called No Christmas for Me, written by our own students Micah Branch and Kylie Vino. Our school bands and choir were incredible in our Remembrance Day Assembly and our Christmas Assembly. Drama began a partnership with the Capitol Theatre, completing 2 blocks of acting lessons. And finally, we looked forward to Canadian Road Trip, another Moncton High original musical written by Mr. Pellerin. As we move on to our awards, every team and committee has had the opportunity to nominate a Knight Award. And I'll explain to you what the Knight Award means. It's a highly prestigious award given out to an athlete, a performer, or a student who displays a high level of commitment to his or her sport or committee. This person might be one of your top performers, but most importantly, they're a strong team member that exemplifies key components such as dedication, leadership, and sportsmanship. This person is also someone who carries themselves in a manner that reflects all that we represent at Moncton High School. This person is often noted as a role model within our school and within our community. This person is highly respected by staff and students and can be counted on at all times. This person is someone that we can be very proud of. We'll now go through a list of this year's Knights Award winners. Following that, I'll call upon Mr. Poirier to present the Big M Awards.
especially the grads of 2020. The Big M at Moncton High School is a long-standing tradition that spans many decades. Receiving the Big M at the end of your 4-year high school career means that you have made a positive contribution to MHS, whether it be a contribution in athletics, the performing arts, student council, or the many clubs and committees offered at the school. It is a prestigious award that all recipients cherish for the rest of their lives. I have met many alumni over the years who have received their Big M in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the new millennium that still have it to this day. As you know, you must accumulate a minimum of 24 points to get your Big M, and this year a record 35 members of this graduating class have achieved this goal. On behalf of the staff, I thank you for your involvement and congratulations.
We'll now move on to the bigger awards. First, the Gordon M. Tingley Award, the Digger Award. If you have not seen the Digger Award, it's a shovel. It's unique to Moncton High. This award goes to the person or the people who have a positive attitude and give maximum effort regardless of their circumstances. The Crandall Male and the Levangie Female Athletes of the Year are awarded to the top male and female athletes of sports teams from the graduating class. We have our Distinction Awards. The Distinction Awards are awarded to multidimensional students who are good citizens of the school, display outstanding qualities and character while participating in a variety of extracurricular activities. And finally, the Knight of the Year Award, awarded to a student considered to be the top Distinction Award winner. Call upon Mr. McPherson to list some of the other awards.
Joanne was a teacher at Moncton High School for a long time. She taught phys ed here. In fact, she taught my mother and father in the 1960s in phys ed. When I was a student here, she still had an office over what was the new gym built in the late 1980s. And now, over top of our weight room, our fitness facility is her name still. And the award in her name goes to a student who has made a positive contribution in the phys ed department here at Moncton High School. Not every year do we have an award of athletic distinction, but some years warrant it. We do have an athletic distinction award this year. We have several students in our building who are of the highest caliber, and when those years happen, we sometimes make exceptions to recognize those who go a little above and beyond in their field in excellence.
My name is Troy McKenzie, and my claim to fame regarding athletics here at Moncton High School is that I coach the varsity girls basketball team. I typically shy away from public speeches, but I'm not exactly sure if this counts. It should also be mentioned that I have a tendency to talk a lot, so I figured I'd write down a few words to keep me on track and prevent any data overages showing up on your next bill. I would like to begin by expressing my appreciation for all those involved in putting together this virtual awards ceremony and by congratulating all the coaches, parents, and athletes. Under our current public health situation, it could have been easy to simply cancel this event, but with a few tweaks and a lot of planning, I was very pleased to hear that we would still be able to recognize our school athletes. A few weeks ago, I was informed by the school that a player that I've coached was in the running for an athletic distinction award, and if I was interested in presenting the award if she won. Well, needless to say, I'm here, a bit out of my comfort zone, but genuinely excited about her recognition for being such an amazing talent. I've known this athlete a little more than 4 years now, and I've been able to coach and work with her for about the same amount of time. We've had many ups and downs over the years, but there is something about her that I wanted to point out. Her passion for the sport of basketball is undeniable. She loved the game of basketball and all that the sport encompassed. How determined she was to succeed, the sacrifices she was willing to make to achieve her goals, and the dedication she made to be the best version of herself. I've watched this passion grow and develop before my eyes over the past 4 years here at Moncton High School. Sometimes a passion like this is looked at differently. This little bulldog embraced it. She stored it in her mind and continued to do great things. And now, those same people who looked at her passion differently have started to admire her and all that she has achieved. This passion will allow her to overcome any obstacle, whether it be in school, on the court, or eventually in her career. Stick to these values as you grow, and you will continue to gain respect and admiration wherever life takes you. So the Athletic Distinction Award. This award is given out on special occasions where there is an outstanding athlete who consistently shows an elite level of commitment and success over their 4-year journey here at Moncton High School, and often within a specific sport. The winner of this award has proven undeniably that their dedication to the sport will leave an impact on the school's program for years to come. Over the past 4 years, Tae Woo always found ways of surprising me. What she did in the court was often confusing. That special pass that you thought was impossible, that grit that made her seem like she was 6 feet tall, and those 28-foot three-point shots that she would take in key moments of the game that would give most coaches an instant heart attack, but would go in. This point guard was different. She had a power of skill, coordination, personality, and talent. Her accomplishments come from hard work, and she has set many records and personal accolades that I'd like to share. She was our starting point guard in every game here that she has ever played as a Purple Knight. She led our team in scoring for 4 years. She was the Knight Award recipient in grade 9 for basketball. She made the BNB U15 provincial team in her grade 9 year. She led her club basketball team to a national silver medal at B-Ball Nationals in 2017. She made the BNB U17 twice, once underage. She was an Eastern Conference All-Star 3 years in a row. She was also the Eastern Conference Player of the Year in her last 2 seasons. She has also captured numerous All-Star awards and MVPs at various games and tournaments. And, most importantly, she helped lead Moncton High School varsity girls with a 10-0 season, winning provincial sectionals at home and representing her school at Harbour Station for the first time in nearly 18 years. This athlete is exceptional in every way. She has persevered through a few of the toughest seasons of my career, but also one of the most rewarding. This year, my little number 3 knew that if she put in the work, results would come. Having seen her and her teammates play in the provincial final was a very special moment that I think we will all remember for the rest of our lives. The legacy she is leaving here at Moncton High School will be talked about for years to come. Taylor Wood, I'd like to congratulate you on winning this year's Athletic Distinction Award.
Hi, I'm Jennifer George, and I'm here to present the Joanne Surrett Physical Education Leadership Award. This annual award is given to a deserving candidate who has participated on sports teams at Moncton High School. He or she will have taken most of or all of the physical education courses at MHS. This candidate will have strong leadership qualities and possess superior character. This student will have left a lasting impression within the athletic department during their 4 years at our school. This award is to honor Joanne Surrett and her many years of service toward physical education and sport in the Greater Moncton area, particularly at Moncton High School. This award winner has taken or was in the process of taking all 4 of the major physical education courses: Mr. McPherson's Outdoor Pursuits class, Mrs. McKillop's Leadership class, and My Wellness and Advanced Training Principles course. His effort day in and day out was always 100%. Wellness is a class that can be highly competitive, but it also encourages lifelong activity through a variety of ways, most of these in the form of sports. What I noticed about this young man is that despite being very athletic, and despite being able to probably score or defeat someone 99% of the time, he was more willing to pass a ball to ensure that all of his classmates became involved in that game. However, when there was a fitness test, the 12-minute run, or the beep test, this young man gave 100% of his effort to be the best that he could be. He didn't stop after a particular level on the beep test because he'd reached his mark of 10 out of 10. No, not this young man. He continued on until he could go no more, competing with himself, not a level or a score. As good as an athlete this young man is, he is even a better person. He has tremendous character and is respected not only by his peers, but by his teachers too. His teachers have used words to describe him such as humble, courteous, respectful, kind, honest, and of course hardworking. Also worth noting, this young man never complained or never made excuses. He was a leader in every phys ed course that he took. He was a member of several sports teams over his time here at MHS, 3 years on the basketball team, 4 years running cross country, and 2 years doing track and field. He was also an executive member for our Relay for Life committee. Congratulations to the 2020 winner of the Joanne Surrett Award, Luke Powers.
Hello, my name is Chris Plattis. I'm a teacher here at Moncton High School as well as the boys hockey coach. I will be presenting the Gordon M. Tingley Digger Award. This award is presented annually to a deserving student who demonstrates positive attitude, who always gives a maximum effort regardless of the circumstances. This year's winner exemplifies that and more. Whether it was on the ice or the football field, this year's winner is a true reflection of what this award is all about. He's the true definition of leading by example, as it did not matter whether his teams were up or down on the scoreboard. This young athlete could always be seen giving his maximum effort, making a big play, a big hit, or cheering on and encouraging his teammates. His teammates and coaches look to him to provide leadership and to provide that big play mentioned above. When I became the coach of the hockey team here at Moncton High School, I relied on him from the get-go to provide us with leadership and effort on a nightly basis. If you have ever played on a team that did not win many games, you know how difficult it can be to compete hard during practices and games each and every day. This was never an issue with our winner, as he gave it his all whenever he hit the ice. As a coach, the one thing I always ask my players is for effort and to have a high compete level. Game in and game out, I could always rely on our winner, knowing full well what we would be getting on the ice each game. This was a player who showed up ready to compete, work hard, and leave it all on the ice. He was a true team player who played a physical game, blocked shots, and kept guys motivated on the bench and was a positive influence in the dressing room. He was one of those players that you could tell had the respect of his teammates as well as his opponents. On the football field is where this athlete truly shined. Our winner played in all phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. He could often be seen making a momentum-changing play, whether it was chasing down an opponent when others would have given up, going head-to-head with an opposing player much bigger than he was, scoring a touchdown, making an interception, or leading his team on the field as one of its captains. If you came to watch the football Knights play, you definitely noticed him proudly representing the purple and white for 4 years. Our returning athletes will have big shoes to fill and should look to him as an example of the type of player and teammate you should be. I will miss him and look forward to following his collegiate career. I'm very proud of this young man and honored to present this year's Gordon M. Tingley Digger Award to Ryan LeBlanc. Thank you. Congratulations, Ryan.
The Gordon M. Tingley Award, otherwise known as the Digger Award, is handed out to an athlete who always has a positive attitude and always gives maximum effort, regardless of the circumstances. This award is one of my favorites, and this award winner is truly deserving, and also one of my favorites. Many of the words which I would use to describe this individual athletically are the exact same words I would use to describe her character as a person. She is an outstanding person. Some of the most critical athletic skills that are essential on every team don't always get noticed. They don't always get recorded on a stats sheet. Yet these are the type of characteristics and skills which are essential in order for every team to be successful. If there were statistics that measured grit, determination, hard work, leadership, coachability, and extreme selfless play, this Purple Knight would be a leader amongst her teammates. I've known this young lady for a long time, long before she entered high school. I've had the pleasure of coaching her for several seasons on many different teams. She is the type of athlete that every coach wants on their team. Every team needs a player like her. No matter what the team or what the sport, this Knight gives it her all. She doesn't know anything less than 100%. Sometimes coaches use and rely on cliches to help reinforce important lessons or skills that they want to see from their athletes. Cliches apply perfectly to this athlete. If you ask this Knight to jump, she may respond how high. If you ask her to sprint, she may say how fast. And if you ask her to run through a wall for you, well, she's already tried that. She has been one of the most involved students at Moncton High School over the last 4 years. She was a member of the girls' basketball program for 4 years, soccer for 4 years, and volleyball for 3. She has left an impact on our school, and she has set the bar high for future student athletes. This Purple Knight will definitely be missed. Last year at the awards banquet, at the end of the night, this young lady was helping clean up, and she came up to me. She put her arm on my shoulder, and she said, "Hey, if I win an award next year, can you present it to me?" She was laughing, and I knew she wasn't being serious, and we chuckled. I knew she was joking, but I smiled and I thought to myself, not if, but when you win an award next year. Fast forward 1 year. It is an honor, and it gives me great pleasure to announce the 2020 Gordon M. Tingley Digger Award. Congratulations, Keely Black.
Hi, I'm really glad to be here today during these trying times, I guess, and I'm really proud that the school decided to go with the motto of "The show must go on," because it's an annual event that I've taken part in since I've volunteered and became a teacher here at Moncton High School, and it's great to be on stage, albeit under different circumstances. So this year I'm going to be presenting the Male Athlete of the Year, and I'm really proud to say that this fine young gentleman has done lots of cool things in the school, and one of the things that I think is pretty cool was his reaction to the Dragon Boat being canceled. And every year the Dragon Boat has built into this huge thing as a fundraiser, a community project. And when this young man found out that it wasn't happening this year, really showed some emotion, was upset about it. And his dad reported to me that, you know, those type of events, and it's that kind of feeling and passion that when this young man found out that that group of people that had been rowing together, pulling together, and fundraising together in wearing the purple wasn't going to be happening this year, it kind of showed the type of character that this person had and passion for the purple. As an athlete, the male athlete of the year had played provincial hockey in grade 9 and was really good player, and I had heard good things, and I decided to actually go watch him play for the AAA Flyers. This would be the Bantam program out of Dieppe, and went to a game and watched him out there. A very good hockey team playing against another very good local hockey team, the Moncton team actually, and was quite pleased with his hockey skills. And then after that, he parlayed that into 3 years on the high school team here, playing for a team that was always doing their best in the games, and eventually being a leader of that team and having a great time as a Purple Knight hockey player. So that was one of the big athletic things that he did here. And in terms of football, I remember when he first came out to football in grade 8, he came out to what's called East End Steelers, and there he was just standing there and learning, asking questions and taking it all in. And a 4-year career here at Moncton High School playing football. Some of the highlights of that would be, I would say, in his grade 10 year, being on the carpet, being a starter on a team that went all the way to the wire against Tantramar in a championship game. In 2017, his grade 10 year, and then obviously in grade 12, being a team leader on a team that went down to the wire again in the provincial semifinals. So some of the sports here he's been involved in, liked and respected by his teammates. And what's pretty cool about this athlete here is that next year he's signed to go play football at Acadia and to be an axeman. And when he goes down there, he's going to be joining a number of athletes that have already been athletes of the year here, Big M winners, Knights of the Year, just to name a few of the high character and ability kids that have rolled through here that are down at Acadia now. So congratulations to this year's Male Athlete of the Year. Nick Plattis, congratulations. The real work's going to begin, and all eyes are on you to see how you're going to take this award and make good as you move out of Moncton High School and down to Wolfville and play football down there. So congratulations, Nick. Thank you.
It is my absolute privilege. It's a humbling privilege to have been asked to deliver the speech for the Female Athlete of the Year, the Levangie Female Athlete of the Year. And after 20 years of coaching boys at this school, I've done a lot of these, but very rare is the opportunity to talk about one of our incredible females. Teachers and coaches, we obviously watch who's coming into our building, and we hear rumors when there are great athletes coming. We have a group, particularly of girls this year, that people started talking about years ago. In fact, I remember coaching at a tournament in Woodstock about 8 years ago and hearing about this young group of girls playing provincial basketball in Moncton for Miss George, and how they were 30 points better than everybody else, and hearing some of the names bantered around. And when that group of girls got into grade 9, there were a lot of coaches and teachers who were excited about the possibility. Wow, the athletes, and what incredible kids. And this group of girls have gone through 4 years of participating in many activities, and some of their names are going to come up again and have come up already this evening. So what makes one girl stand out as being the athlete of the year from this group? Well, all of them had the potential to be fantastic athletes, and some of them, we keep using the term good choices, some of them made great choices and continued to play throughout their time here. Some stopped playing. Some left the building, left the city, but a handful of these girls remained true to Moncton High School, to themselves, and continued to have success all the way through. So there are 3 or 4 girls that this award could be going to. This particular athlete played 4 years of basketball at the highest level. This particular athlete played 4 years of soccer at the highest level. This athlete played 2 years of volleyball, and only 2 because she suffered an injury through one of those years. And still, I could be talking about a couple different girls. So what makes, again, this one so special? Well, academics has to come into play. And this student exceeded expectations of everybody. Just really striving to be all that she could be in the classroom, in the hallways of Moncton High School, using her talents to represent the school, her family, and herself everywhere she went. This particular athlete is one of our only athletes going on to play as high a level as she can play next year. She'll be taking her talents to Acadia to play basketball there next year. There isn't much she can look back on her high school career and say, I should have done more, I should have done something else. This is what parents hope their kids will do. This is what teachers hope when they see young kids come into our building. They hope they can achieve these heights. It rarely happens. We're talking about someone of the utmost character, someone who in 4 years, all you heard was the good and all you saw was the good. So it is such a pleasure to have been asked to deliver this speech. Sadly, I've never been able to coach this person or teach this person. I'm merely a fan. I've been watching her participate for our purple and white teams over these years, and I'm so excited for her family, and for the great things she's going to do. The Levangie Female Athlete of the Year goes to Ryan George. Congratulations.
Hello, I am Mr. Rick Beck. I'm a teacher and one of the student council advisors here at MHS. It is mainly through my student council role that I got to know this distinction award recipient. This knight has been an active member of student council for 2 years now and has been involved in other groups at MHS as well. Our school motto, when translated from Latin, is to seek wider horizons, and this is exactly what this knight does continually. We were always able to rely on this knight to do an outstanding job when it came to council business. Moreover, through student council, this knight has volunteered to help directly and indirectly with many organizations including Heart and Stroke New Brunswick, United Way, Harvest House, Legs for Literacy, and others. This knight has volunteered outside of school in the greater Moncton community as well. One example is a community project through Imagine New Brunswick. After working hard to raise money through peeler sales, she donated her earnings to Youth Quest. This is the kind of individual this knight is. Culture is an important part of this knight's life, as she immigrated to Canada in 2014 from Ghana and was born in Togo. By saying this, some of you may know who this knight is already. She works with various groups to celebrate the African Canadian culture and help newcomers to Canada through her experiences and involvement. She was one of 2 students heading up a group to organize a cultural celebration day here at MHS, and she secured a $1,500 Rising Youth grant through Taking It Global to help make this day happen as she envisioned it. Unfortunately, this day didn't come to fruition this year due to our current circumstances, but she ensured that the grant would still be available next year and still wants to be a part of this event, even though she is a grad. This knight has the most amazing personality. She is so full of life and expresses it beautifully. Not only that, her personality is infectious, and that is the most common descriptive you will hear from people when they describe her personality. Mrs. Gunn expressed it very well when she sent me this email. In November, a group from Moncton High School traveled to Halifax to see President Obama speak. Students asked to be considered through writing so that the teacher organizers could better understand how community and altruism are important to each applicant. I had never met this person, but based on her application, I thought she was special. Students who received a ticket to attend were all wonderful, but soon one stood out because she brought the energy and the excitement and gratitude in a big way. Everyone on the trip would agree that their Obama memories will forever be mixed with memories of Ruth's laughter and joy. If you know her, you know that Ruth's personality is huge. Her warmth and charm and sense of fun are contagious and infectious. Beyond this, her heart is huge, and Moncton High community has benefited from this. Ruth has put herself out there in the service to others in her time at Moncton High School, and for this reason, she is both distinct and amazing. Congratulations, Ruth Bawa.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be presenting a distinction award to a young lady who constantly strives to be her best. She's definitely made the most of her time here at Moncton High School and has contributed in drama, choir, French ambassadors, yearbook, field hockey, and grad executive. She has a strong work ethic and always sees her commitments through to the end. I've always been so impressed by the way she responsibly juggled so many activities, managing to give 110% to each one. Always cheerful and kind, she has an amazing way of making even the most timid student feel at home and comfortable. She has a passion for drama and actually co-wrote a play this year to take to a drama festival. And she's always had a fascination with the medical field. Her teachers describe her as organized, determined, considerate, unassuming, hardworking, bright, and thoughtful. Kira, you've been a big help to me over the years, and I truly appreciate and I value you, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future. I wish you all the best, and remember, no pomegranates. No pomegranates.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Cowan, and I am pleased to be presenting a distinction award to one of our grads this evening. Distinction awards at Moncton High School are awarded to multidimensional students, students who are good citizens of the school and who display outstanding qualities and character, all while participating in a variety of extracurricular activities. At the beginning of their grade 9 year, the grads of 2020 sat anxiously in an assembly where administrators, coaches, and advisors, as well as student leaders, explained to them the importance of getting involved during their 4 years here at Moncton High School. This night took those words to heart and got involved right away. And what a career this student has had here at MHS. At first glance, this proud Purple Knight is known to us all as a multidimensional athlete. In the fall of grade 9, she started out playing soccer, but the following 3 years found a calling on the field hockey team, which proved to be more her style of play. She also spent 3 years on the courts playing badminton, which may be a surprise to many, knowing her power and strength as a towering female athlete. Most notably, this athlete of distinction was found dominating the boards on the basketball court, a true force to be reckoned with. Not only did she lead her team through many successful seasons, winning award after award as a valuable player and top scorer, she also represented her province on the courts, sinking three-pointers with ease and precision. She will continue her career as a basketball player at St. Thomas University in the fall. I look forward to following her career and hearing about her continued success as an accomplished athlete. Earning her Big M this year, this distinct knight is more than just a top athlete. She is a true leader who has represented our school well, not only within our district, but internationally. This young woman sees problems, addresses them, and then takes actions to resolve them. She noticed a divide between our newcomers, international students with exceptionalities, and our Canadian-born students. She then decided to dedicate her time to creating a positive, inclusive school atmosphere for all students, and as a result, was chosen to attend an international Global Minds conference. Global Minds is a for-youth, by-youth organization that inspires students to form social bonds, international friendships, and to consider global issues through youth-led extracurricular activities. Here she has created friendships that extend outside of class, giving her free time to those who are alone, struggling with academics, or to fit in. One of the highest forms of distinction is service to others, and this is where I've truly seen this young woman shine her light the brightest. This caring and empathetic knight was a member of the unified basketball team for 3 years, breaking down stereotypes about people with intellectual disabilities. Here she built special relationships with many students, promoting social inclusion through sports training and competition. Her service to others does not stop here. Over the past 2 years, this humanitarian was also a member of our School Best Buddies chapter, sharing every lunch hour on Mondays with our students with special needs. Here she organized activities and built meaningful friendships that promote inclusion and a true sense of belonging both inside and outside the walls of MHS. Most recently, this distinct citizen of MHS was on the organizing committee for Relay for Life, where she was to be in charge of the finances for the event before the grad year was abruptly put to a halt by COVID-19. I have great confidence that she would have done an incredible job serving on this committee, all with a smile on her face and a desire to do her best for our school. Considering her school involvement over the past 4 years, it is very apparent why this young woman has been chosen to receive one of our sacred distinction awards. I am honored and very pleased to present this distinction award to whom I believe is a very deserving young woman. Celine Sturkel, this award is for you.
Without question, the Knight of the Year award is an incredible award to receive as a Purple Knight. The Knight of the Year is an ironic term because it's essentially a contradictory term, considering it's a culmination of the best 4 years of a student's life. Mr. Belong and I have the pleasure of introducing this year's Knight of the Year. What makes this Knight of the Year extra special is that the class of 2020, 4 years ago, started out as a problem for the MHS staff. It was a problem because it was such an amazing group that came to us in grade 9. I remember saying to many teachers, our choice for Knight of the Year in 4 years is going to be hard. There are so many outstanding, incredible Knights in this group, and for this is a truly unique grad class. This Knight has always impressed me. This Knight is helpful, considerate, talented, caring, and hardworking. This Knight could be counted on to help whenever asked. Whether it was to volunteer, to help his or her peers, this Knight is so special that she is an exemplary character just like her friend and sidekick. But you all have different interpretations on who is who. You see, this Knight is not one Knight, but instead 2 Knights. And at no time in Moncton High history that we are aware of has it been a shared Knight of the Year award. Because the selection committee for this award was not able to differentiate between the 2. As one of the perks of being the grad class advisor, I've been fortunate to present 12 awards at this annual event, this being the 13th and 14th. To the both of you, a big thank you for being such an integral part of the life of our school and with the grads of 2020. You have both made us extremely proud, and you're both equally deserving of this very prestigious award. You will always be fondly remembered by our staff and your peers, and you have left an amazing, incredible mark on our school. That is historic to say. Keely and Ryan, I thank you from Moncton High School, from the bottom of our hearts, as you are both truly special. Continued success and the best of luck in your future. Wear your purple proudly as you are good stuff and stay classy. Thank you.
So we've had some fun here this morning trying to get through this on camera instead of doing it live. And I haven't been around people that much in the last 2 months, so I just invited Mr. Evans to come stand beside me as we do our closing remarks, and he reminded me 6 feet social distancing. Thank you, Mr. Evans. He's always been a little sharper than I. We'd like to thank everybody. Again, this isn't what it usually is, but it is what it is. And we are very pleased that we were at least able to recognize some of the fantastic students who have passed through these halls. There are years that stand out as being all grad classes are great. All students have fond memories of their time here, we hope. But this was a special year, not just because of this pandemic. The students who are graduating in 2020 really made their mark, and they will be sorely missed, and certainly they are not forgotten. I would invite Mr. Evans to come up and say goodbye. Thank you.
Following Mr. McPherson's words, this has not been a normal year, but in true Moncton High fashion, we roll with it and we make the best of it and we get it done. I'd like to thank you all for watching this today or tonight and for participating with true class that Moncton High you've always shown us. And soon we'll be back together. We'll be doing the great things on and off the fields, the courts, in the classrooms, helping our community. And finally, we'll ask Mr. Belong for a closing statement.
Good evening, grads, Moncton High students, coaches, parents, advisors, and volunteers. I would like to begin by thanking everyone that's tuning in for tonight's broadcast or stream of what we feel is a very important celebration each year in the life of our school. Although we were not together in a physical sense in many ways, I feel especially connected to this grad class. We will all remember 2020 as a unique time in history, as it truly has been a time of adaptation and change. As we gather together in a virtual sense to celebrate you, the students, and your many efforts and involvements over these 4 years, I feel particularly emotional this year, as it has made me realize how important this ceremony is, not only to you, the students, but to us as the teachers that have the chance to interact with each and every one of you every day, and to watch you all grow into these amazing, talented young adults ready to leave the Moncton High School nest. The dressing up, the hugs, the excitement, and all that comes with this special evening is certainly not the same this year. But if we want to look at it with a cup half full type of attitude, we have a recording of it so we can look back fondly upon it in the years and days to come. Great memories, for sure. I do want to say that we are working diligently as a staff to try and figure out the graduation, as that is a special event for our 2020 grads. We do have limitations based on what the province will put in place, but we are doing everything in our power to make it a memorable graduation for you. As I close, I want to say that this group of graduates, in my opinion, is a very special and unique group, and for that we thank you. Your involvement and dedication to Moncton High School has been unwavered, and for that you should be proud. The awards, the accolades, and the accomplishments that were recognized here tonight are all integral and important components that you will take away from your high school experience. We encourage you to cherish your memories, and although it's not traditional awards assembly, it's a time in our lives in which we have grown in resilience and perseverance. The reason for tonight's ceremony does not happen without the dedication and commitment of your parents, volunteers, and coaches who have supported you along the way. The drives by your parents to band practice, drama, sporting events, student government meetings, etc., doesn't happen without parental support. So I urge and encourage you to turn to your parent or guardian and say thank you and I love you. To my coaches who spend countless hours giving of yourself to enrich the lives of the students, I cannot thank you enough. I remember a parent asking me one time, how much do coaches that are teachers get paid? And I said, the dollar amount is immeasurable. That's all I can say. A big congratulations to all our students that are involved in the life of Moncton High beyond the academia. We can only hope that the activities and experience you garnered at Moncton High School will forever remain special in your hearts. To this very day, the memories in high school that are extremely vivid in my mind at Moncton High remain special to me. We hope it will remain special for you, and you will always be wearing your purple with pride. Congratulations to our many award winners and recipients this evening, as well as to the rest of the student body. Thank you for a great year, and I officially close our awards assembly for the school year 2019-2020. Stay safe and take care.